Talmor, Shishin Morachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
Wrestling fans have known Kyle O'Reilly for years. Goes back to 2005 in the ECCW, wrestling locally here in Vancouver, making it to Ring of Honor between 2009 and 17, and then the WWE's NXT for the, next 4 years? He's currently wrestling with AEW, All Elite Wrestling. He's a record 3-time NXT Tag Team Champ, a founding member of the Undisputed Era, and as you would expect, he's loved the sport since being a little kid. And we talked about that in the full interview on iTunes and YouTube and Spotify and everywhere else. He shared a great story of the 2010 Olympics and how it lit up Vancouver's downtown core. We talked about music like Nirvana, Metallica, Bowie. Canucks hockey came up and the Shameless Fans Riot. We talked about comic books, Marvel and DC, Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie. And stop me if you've heard this before. Kyle shared his career highlight, and oh man, is it a doozy.
Oh man, that's a really tough question. I mean, it was really cool experience I've wrestled in a lot of amazing historic venues, and that's something that I think is so cool. The fact that I've wrestled in Madison Square Garden, Maple Leaf Gardens, the Royal Albert Hall, the Tokyo Dome. Like, these are some legendary venues where some amazing historical matches have happened and amazing performers have been, and it's just really cool to have that small place in history where, you know, I've been there and I performed there. I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah. Hard to nail that down to one specific thing, though, hey?
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'd say Madison Square Garden's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Performing there, yeah.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by FKP MMA, Vancouver's #1 training destination at fkpmma.com.
GZM Shows and the creators of 6 Minutes are rolling out their newest audio adventure with the podcast Discovering Dad. A cautious single dad with a secret past and his rebellious kids embark on a thrilling quest complete with hidden treasure, villains, and a family curse. New episodes of Discovering Dad roll out weekly starting June 11th on Apple Podcasts. Follow the show so you never miss an episode, or listen early and ad-free as a GZM Show subscriber. Go to gzmshows.com to learn more.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I uncover the blasphemous truth of a plague-ridden world, that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, coming January 2nd, wherever podcasts are available.